Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to present a paper titled Bilateral Food and Agriculture Cooperation between Nigeria and People's Republic of China. By way of introduction, Nigeria is the most populous country of Africa continent, with over 70% of labor workforce in the agricultural sector, mainly in the form of subsistence farming. Like other countries in the world, Nigeria was confronted with security challenges ranging from theft, kidnapping, to unemployment and insurgency situation called Boko Haram. These challenges has resulted in the formulation and implementation of policies and programs by previous administration and present government under the leadership of Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, capable of addressing the root causes of insecurity in order to provide enabling environment for local and foreign investments. Through this effort, the Nigerian economy has improved tremendously with foreign investment aided by high-quality research and development. As part of the effort to provide enabling environment that is conducive to the growth and development of industries, inflow of foreign direct investment, shield existing investment for an unfair competition, and stimulate the expansion of domestic production capacity. The federal government of Nigeria developed a package of incentives for various sectors of the economy aimed at reviving the economy, accelerate growth and development, and reduce poverty. Nigerian government consider private sector as an engine of growth and create wealth, while government major responsibility is to provide enabling environment for private investors to operate. In this regard, policies and programs which encourages private sector investment were introduced in the country. Nigerian government's policy of economic deregulation and liberalization opened up new windows of opportunity to all investors wishing to invest in the country's economy. The security of life and property of people are being vigorously pursued. In addition, the Nigerian Investment Promotion Council was strengthened to enable it to perform its crucial role of promoting investment in the country. A review of Nigerian-China bilateral relation or cooperation, win-win situation. Nigeria and People's Republic of China established formal diplomatic relations in 1971. Since then, successive governments of Nigeria continue to maintain close relationship with China on a win-win situation. Nigeria has since become an important source of oil and petrol for China's rapid growing economy, and Nigeria is looking to China for help in achieving high economic growth. To further strengthen the relationship, in 1999 and 2001, the then President Olusegun Obasanjo visited China. As a result of his visit, a number of trade, economic, technical, scientific, technological, and investment protection agreements were signed by both countries. To consolidate the existing bilateral relation between the two countries, the Chinese President Hu Jintao paid a two-day official visit to Nigeria on the 28 April 2006. Hu Jintao and his host, President of Nigeria, signed a memorandum of understanding on petroleum cooperation. This deal provides for substantial Chinese investment in Nigerian oil industry. As part of the agreement, Nigeria granted China 4 drilling licenses in exchange for commitment to invest $4 billion in oil and infrastructure projects. Similarly, the late President of Nigeria, Alhaji Umar Musa Yar'Adua, visited China on April 2008. Both countries agreed to pursue strategic partnership in power and energy, as well as in transport and infrastructure. Many financial agreements were also concluded. These include 500 million concessionary loan for projects to be identified by Nigeria, construction of hospital in Abuja to be facilitated by 4.2 million US dollars for the construction of China-Nigeria Friendship Cultural Center in Abuja. The immediate first president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, also maintains strong relations with China. Chinese companies were awarded contracts in the country economy. The former vice president of Nigeria, Namadi Sambo, stated that government has invested over 10 billion US dollars on the generation, transmission, and distribution in the power sector. In addition, over 2 billion was invested in the rejuvenation of the railway system in Nigeria. The construction of power plant to power gas turbine in Ogun State was awarded to Chinese consortium, while the rejuvenation of the railway system was awarded to the Chinese Civil Engineering Construction Company. The bilateral relation between Federal Republic of Nigeria and the People's Republic of China has expanded on growing bilateral trade and strategic cooperation. China is considered one of the closest allies and partners of Nigeria. China is also one of the Nigerian important trading and export partners. According to a 2014 BBC World Service poll, 85% of Nigerians view China's influence positively, with only 10% expressing negative influence of China, making Nigerians the most pro-Chinese nation in the world. However, how to strengthen bilateral food and agriculture cooperation between Nigeria and the People's Republic of China? Agriculture and food security are crucial for stable development and poverty reduction. In Nigeria, agriculture constitutes one of the most important sectors in the economy. The sector is particularly important in terms of its employment generation and contribution to the gross domestic product (GDP) and export revenue earning. China-Nigeria relations have developed continuously, as evidenced by deepening cooperation in political, economic, and cultural areas, and by the creation of new type of strategic partnership based on political equality and mutual trust, economic win-win cooperation, and cultural exchanges. Nigeria can deepen cooperation with China to enhance food production and increase agricultural productivity. A policy focus on agriculture is necessary to improve welfare of Nigerian rural population, who, despite rapid urbanization, continue to be economically and politically significant. Although its demand for agricultural products is higher, China foreign trade and investment in agriculture is relatively low when compared to infrastructure, that is, transportation, communication, investment in Nigeria. Hence, the need for Chinese technical cooperation to boost agriculture and food production to meet domestic and international market. China's investment and economic cooperation could improve Nigerian agricultural productivity, thus easing Nigerian food security problems. Chinese contribution to the development of agricultural production must focus on deepening the understanding in Nigeria of China's own framework for agricultural development and food security, and sharing technology, technical and financial support for agricultural development. The Chinese experience in agricultural research and development policies, institutions and management, especially for high-yielding crops, will be useful to Nigerian agricultural producers. In this regard, projects such as those of China African Development Fund should be replicated because they will introduce advanced Chinese industry technology. A recommended area of cooperation between Nigeria and China. Nigeria has a highly rich diversified agroecological conditions, which makes it possible to produce wide range of agricultural products. Despite Nigeria's rich agricultural resources endowment, however, the agricultural sector has been growing at a very slow rate. Less than 50% of the country's cultivable land is under cultivation. Even the smallholder and traditional farmer who use rudimentary production techniques will result in low yield cultivate most of this land. The smallholder farmers are constrained by many problems, including those of poor access to modern inputs, credit, poor infrastructure, inadequate access to market, land and environmental degradation, and inadequate research and extension services. It is recognized that agricultural commercialization and investments are key strategies for promoting accelerated modernization, sustainable growth and development, and hence poverty reduction in the sector. Against this background, I strongly advise that Nigeria and China to renew their bilateral area of cooperation and focus more on improved agriculture, food production and processing, as it has been done in other African countries like Rwanda, Chad, Guinea, Bissau, Sudan, Mali, Tanzania, Mauritania and Mozambique, to fight poverty, food insecurity and create jobs in all aspects, while ensuring that this cooperation puts both parties on a win-win situation, mutually beneficial and advances common development. This could be done by establishing and improving a mechanism for bilateral agricultural cooperation and strengthening Sino-African cooperation in the sharing of agricultural technology, resources and agricultural information, the processing and trade of agricultural products and agricultural infrastructure, construction and human resource training. It should support commercial production as well as agricultural technology, experiment and dissemination stations through the use of modern agricultural machineries, agricultural produce processing equipment and technical expertise from China. Also, bilateral trade can be further enhanced on agricultural commodities where Nigeria was perceived to have comparative advantage in domestic, regional or world market. The agricultural commodities in which different agroecological zones of Nigeria have a comparative advantage in the domestic, regional or world markets include: 1. Southern zones of Nigeria have comparative advantage in the production of palm, cocoyam, yam, and some other tree crops, commodity plus timber. In the northwest and northeast have their comparative advantage in the production of cotton, gum arabic, vegetables such as tomato, pepper, onions, garlic, and cereals crops as well as leguminous crops. The north and central is transitional zone between the north and southern zone. Hence, it has comparative advantage in the production of some commodities that are produced in the north and south. These include soya beans, yam, cassava, maize, farm produce, citrus, and cashew. The livestock with investment potential cut across all zones of the country. These are cattle, sheep, goat, pig and poultry. Fish catch and aquaculture are areas of investment in fishery sector. However, South also has crayfish and shrimps as potential area of investment. In the forestry sector, timber products are viable investment option in the South, Southeast, and Southwest zones. Other primary commodities identified for investments are apiculture, such as beekeeping. In conclusion, attention of the two countries is now being drawn on the need to open up more area for bilateral trade and investment on agriculture and food production to reduce poverty, create employment, enhance economic development, and avoid over-reliance of oil in Nigeria. Hence, Chinese trade and investment in agricultural sector in Nigeria is substantially low, as China concentrates more in oil or extractive sector, manufacturing and construction sectors. Nigerian agriculture needs revolution, and lessons can be drawn from China, whose impressive agricultural achievement has graduated millions of smallholder farmers to a big commercial and mechanized farmers. In view of this, Nigerian government can borrow a leaf for an achievement and success story of China to develop agriculture and guarantee food security in the country. Thank you for listening.